Hi folks, I've got another beautiful O-scale building here. This is the Cripple Creek Lumber Yard. It's made by Menards, and we're going to check it out right now on Eric's Trains. Whenever I think of Cripple Creek, I think of that song Up on Cripple Creek by the band. It's a great song. Anyway, we've got the stats here on the side of the box, and they've also got a picture of the lumberyard. So it's pre-lit, pre-assembled, and ready to go. Pre-lit with 32 LED lights. Features a 2-story lumberyard scene complete with 3 figures, various stacks of lumber and pipes, a hand cart, bags of seed, ladders and barrels, and of course, Jack the German Shepherd. Exterior includes 2 wood Cripple Creek signs, sliding doors, and pipe chimney. Realistically weathered exterior. Requires a 4.5 volt power source, and they give you the SKU numbers for the various power supplies. This does not come with the power supply. You have to buy it separately. The cheapest power supply they make is about $8. The nice 5 amp power supply is about $18 if I'm remembering correctly. Although you don't have to use their power supply. You can use any 4.5 volt DC power supply. And then finally, there's a choking hazard, so make sure your kids don't try to eat this building. Alright, so for today's unboxing, we'll be using this knife. This is my Benchmade Contigo. It's a beautiful knife. There it is. And let's crack open this box and see what's inside. It's nicely packed as always. All right. Looks beautiful even inside the box. Let's get these staples out. All right. And there it is. There was this little stack of lumber that detached from somewhere, so I'll have to figure out where that went and reattach it. As I've said before, it's not uncommon when you get these Menards structures to find a piece has broken off somewhere, but it's always very easy to reattach with some super glue. I just have to find where it goes up. It goes inside there. That'll be a little bit of a challenge to replace, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Looks like it goes right in there on the 2nd story. So let me get some light in there. Yeah, it goes right there. So I'll get my CA glue. This will be tricky to do on camera. Let's see if I can get it in there. Well, I guess I'll just have to put it on the piece of wood. And I've said this before, seems I say it every time I review a Menards building, but if this was an expensive model, a piece being broken off might be a big deal, but these things are so awesome and so gosh darn affordable that nobody cares. And in general, if you're in this hobby, you need to be okay with repairing stuff. And if you're not okay with repairing stuff, you might be in the wrong hobby, because a large part of this hobby consists of making repairs to stuff. It's part of the fun. Okay, it's back in place, and this handrail got bent a little bit while I was messing with it, so we'll bend that back up. And there we go, good as new. You know, I gotta say, Menards continues to astound me with their O-scale structures. I gotta be honest, when I first saw on the box that this was a lumberyard, I wasn't that excited based on other lumber yards I've seen in O-scale over the years. but by golly, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that tin roof, the nice weathering, the windows, the walls. Look at the side. That is an etched wooden sign. The door opens and closes. Got some grass material down there on the bottom. On the back, there's a Mastercraft door sign. We've got a chimney here. It's very nicely detailed, and there are 4 stays keeping the chimney upright. Very cool. On the other side, there's another opening door. Then we got the office with some legible signage. We got a power box here. Looks great. And then, of course, there's this side with all of this wonderful detail going on. We've got these people. We've got Jack the German Shepherd down here, a hand cart, and lots of lumber. And we'll see more detailing once we light this thing up. And on that note, let's go ahead and power this thing up and see what it looks like with the lights on. Just like most Menards structures, this should have the dual power port setup, which I absolutely love, by the way. So there's one on the back of the building. This is the one I'll use today because we've got it on my workbench in a temporary setup. But if I was wiring this up for a permanent setup, like on my layout, where I was going to run the wires up from underneath the table, well, there's usually another power adapter on the underside, and sure enough, there it is. I love the fact that they give you those options for powering the building, and I wish other manufacturers would follow suit. So here's my Menards 4.5 volt DC power supply. This is the least expensive one they make. This is the 1 amp power supply, and it runs about $8. And the difference between this one and the more expensive version is that the 1 amp power supply will power 1, maybe 2 buildings, whereas the 5 amp power supply, which runs about $18, will power up to 5 buildings. Anyway, let's go ahead and plug the wall wart in, and we'll take the other end and power up our lumberyard. And there we go. I've dimmed the room lights a bit just to give us a better view, so let's cue up some music and take a look around this thing. Yeah, so I'm not sure what else I can say about this building that the pictures haven't already said themselves. This building is absolutely gorgeous. I love it, and I can't wait to find a space for it on my layout. Now, if you'd like to add it to your layout, the footprint for the building is 12.5 inches by 11.5 inches by 7 inches, and you can buy these right now on the Menards website at menards.com. As beautiful as this building is, however, the best part about it, and in fact the best part of any Menards structure, is always the price. How much do you think this thing goes for? Well, from time to time, Menards will run mail-in rebate offers to help save you a little bit of money on the buildings. But the everyday price for this building right now on the Menards website is $90. That's right, $90. $90 for this. I don't know how they get these things so darn affordable, but they do. And as a result, in my opinion, Menards is now dominating the marketplace for affordable O-scale accessories. They just can't be beat, period. Anyway, that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to support Eric's Trains, I would greatly appreciate it. That can be done through Patreon at patreon.com/ericstrains. And I'd like to put a big thank you out there to all of my current Patreon supporters. Your support means the world, not only to me, but to the future of this channel. And finally, if you'd like to buy an Eric's Trains t-shirt or anything else I might be selling, check out the Eric's Trains online store at ericstrains.com/store. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm Eric Siegel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright, so for today's unboxing, we'll be using... never mind.